I identified a network of Somalian government agents smuggling cash out of Minnesota and into the hands of the Somalian government. I have the evidence, and you're going to see it. These agents procured at least $500,000 for the Puntland Defense Forces through fundraising events held in Minneapolis last year under the guise of a Somalian cultural organization. This jolly Somali is Abdul Wali Warsami. He's an unregistered foreign agent and the leader of one of those illegal Somalian government organizations. He's giving a speech about Minnesota politics and current events to his tribal audience in Minnesota with an inverted American flag behind him. The super soldier on the right there, he's the leader of the Puntland Armed Forces. If you called it the Somali Army, I sure wouldn't correct you. He looks thrilled to see Warsami. I bet he's excited to get some of that free Minnesota money everybody's talking about. Mohammed Keenan is an agent for the Somalian president of Puntland. He's basically a mob boss running a whole other government in Minneapolis with its own laws and officials. Last year, Keenan and Warsami, they partnered together and helped to raise at least $500,000 for the Puntland Army in Somalia. Warsami and Keenan, along with the members of their Somalian government organizations in Minnesota, seem to have transferred the $500,000 by cash initially, and then through a nonprofit organization called Humanitarian African Relief Organization, HARO. Doesn't sound right, does it? More on that later. Warsami posted this photo on February 9th, 2025. Now remember that date. Warsami and the other guys are likely co-conspirators closely involved in obtaining the money and transferring it from Minnesota and to the Somalian government. Look at this cryptic message Warsami posted. It's for the guy in the red hat. The question is, what's the guy in the red hat's role? What's he doing? Is he transferring cash from Minnesota to Somalia, or from Minnesota to a different Middle Eastern country and then ultimately to Somalia? Because Warsami posted 3 more photos right after the group photo. Most notably, he posted 2 photos of a large amount of cash. It seems reasonable to believe that Warsami, or the guy in the red hat, handled the cash since this picture was posted immediately after this cryptic message. Keenan confirmed on his Facebook that Warsami was traveling a day before he posted the photos of the cash. How much do you think this is? Those green cash labels are from a South Korean bank called Hana. And why is he putting $10,000 into an envelope? Have you ever heard of somebody getting $10,000 in a white envelope for doing something legal? Warsami has a lot of influence in the Somalian government since he's the Jubaland state official government representative in the U.S., which is why he is supposed to register as a foreign agent with the Department of Justice. It's illegal not to. This is Warsami arriving in Somalia. His influence and power are evident by the elaborate ceremonial greeting he's receiving. So where did these Somalian heroes get $500,000 from? Both Warsami and Keenan regularly hold fundraisers for the Somalian government in Minnesota. You can see this flyer explicitly states they are raising money for a Somalian military operation called Mountain Thunder. Keenan made several other announcements about fundraising for the Somalian Army in this time frame. Here's Keenan's Facebook post the day after the fundraiser. Keenan was nice enough to thank the HARO organization for their assistance in delivering the funds to the Puntland Army. Keenan's one post exposed an international charity as a front for funding Somalian government activity. It's time for the HARO organization to cease its operations and its members to face prosecutions for a few different federal crimes. Perhaps wire fraud, tax evasion. Something tells me it might be illegal to use a non-profit to fund a foreign army. It only took Keenan and Warsami a couple months to raise $500,000 for a foreign army. It's almost like the Somali community had a bunch of money laying around from other sources of income. Perhaps Warsami and Keenan had a lot of financially successful daycares or transportation services, and they decided to donate $500,000.
Minnesota, ganacsiga Cedar Adult Care Center.
I have a lot of interesting videos that are going to require human translation. If you want to hear those, here's how you help out.